Okay, so what we're going to talk about now is how to rig up a laser pico. Same as any boat, the first thing that you want to do when you're rigging up a boat is just check where the wind's coming to make sure the boat is pointing into the wind, so that when we rig her up, she's not going to be overpowered and capsizing on land. Okay, so check with my flag, yep, my boat's head to wind. Next thing we need to do is put our mast in the boat. Okay. So a pico mast is just stepped in with a mast gate on the front of it. So making sure that you watch out for the end of the mast, onto an angle, into the bottom of the boat, making sure that your sleeve comes underneath the deck plate and slide her forward so that the mast gate comes across. Next thing we need to do is lock that off, and that's just with a simple T. Okay, so the pin goes down through the hole. Once it's in, we lock it off like so. Okay, so down through, all the way through, and make sure she's locked off and held in. Okay, that's our mast now in the upright position. Next we're going to move back to the rudder. Okay, so with the rudder, the first thing you need to make sure is that the rudder blade comes underneath your horse or your traveller. So make sure that comes over and your tiller bar over the top. Okay, just at the back of the boat, the same with all the other boats, we've got a set of pin tools and gudgeons. Line them up and pop them in and make sure that retaining clip just hooks her on and that she is underneath your traveller. Okay, with our boom, very simple. At the front we've got a horseshoe that just sits above the black plate on the mast. So all we're going to do is pop her on like so. Next job is to unfurl the sail. Just a little ribbon hook onto the sail and then unwrap her all the way until she's furled out. Okay, making sure that the little D-ring is facing towards the back of the boat. Work your way along the sail, okay, until you've got your back kringle. Don't worry about the little bit of ribbon, you're looking for the kringle. And on our boom, we've got our out haul with one bit of elastic and the rest rope. On there is a hook. All we're going to do, making sure that our hook reaches the kringle, is hook her on like so. Next thing we need to do is tighten up our out haul. So all you do is pull the side of the line without the elastic on towards the mast. When you've got it as tight as you want her, into the climb cleat on the top of the boom. Okay, and that's our out haul set. Next thing we need to do is attach our kicking strap. Okay, so make sure she's loosened off. The D-ring that we mentioned a moment ago, that's where that clips onto. And then just a simple pull to tighten her up. Your main sheet should all be attached, but just make sure that that's running freely. And finally, the last thing we'll do is put our dagger board through the slot and we're ready to go.